Every tyranny is grounded on general popular acceptance. Why in the world do people consent to their own enslavement? Why do people in all times and places obey the commands of a government that is always minority? I would like to understand how it is that so many men, so many villages, so many nations, so many countries, so many places suffer, sometimes under the hands of a single tyrant. A tyrant who has no other power than the power that they give him. Yet it is so common that you have to grieve more than you have to wonder. The spectacle of a million men serving in wretched conditions, constrained by a power that is not more in multitude than they are. This mass submission must be out of consent, not simply fear. What then should we call that? Is it cowardice? 1,000 men, 1,000,000 men from 1,000 cities submit to the rule of the minority, of the few. Is that cowardice? No, this cannot be considered cowardly. Cowardice does not sink to such vile depths. If we led our lives according to nature's plan and the ways adapted by her, we would intuitively obey our parents, and later as we grow, we would learn reason. That reason would allow us to be slaves to nobody. In our souls, we have some native seed of reason, which, if nurtured, flourishes into virtue. Reason shows us that nature has granted us, among other things, the common gift of voice and speech. That should put to rest all further doubt that nature intended for each of us to be free. There's no need to fight when a country refuses consent to its own enslavement. Tyrants and tyrannical governments need not be removed by force. They simply need to be deprived of the public's constant flow of resources and support. The more one yields to tyrants and tyrannies, the stronger the tyranny becomes. But if they're simply not obeyed, they become undone as nothing. Poor, wretched, and stupid people. Where have they acquired enough eyes to spy on you if you yourselves don't provide them? How can they have so many arms to beat you with if they don't borrow them from you? Feet that trample down your cities, where do they get them? Are they not your own? How do they have any power over you except through you? How could they dare assail you if they had not cooperation from you? To be free, you must be willing to be free. Resolve to serve no more, and you're freed at once. Mass civil disobedience is far more revolutionary than you would believe. It's also more elegant and profound in theoretical terms. Disobedience can be beautiful if we do it right, with the right people and the right motives, which I think the mass majority of us have. Mass civil disobedience, therefore, is the answer to tyranny and the proper response. Not violence, disobedience, refusal to follow a stupid order that makes no sense. Patriotism is not defined by blind order following. True patriots do what's best in the interest of their country and their countrymen. Period.